What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to this new episode of Restorations with Vic. What I have on my table today are these 2014 Gray Toe 13s that are in terrible condition. We're gonna go in using Reshoevn8r products, give the shoe a good deep clean and bring the shoe back to life. We're also gonna revive the suede. It is super faded. There's a lot of yellowing on the pods. The leather is in terrible condition as well. We're gonna sand it and repaint it. We got some work ahead of us, guys, so let's get started. Okay, so for before and after purposes, we're gonna put this shoe to the side and work on our left shoe. First things first, we're gonna take out our shoelaces and our insole. Okay, change of plans. We're not taking out the insole. The insole is glued down to the shoe. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We can just scrub the insole from the inside of the shoe. So moving on, we got the laces out. We're gonna go ahead and put in our adjustable Reshoevn8r shoe tree to size. All right, now onto the fun stuff. Let's go ahead and grab our bowl that already has some water in it and our 4-ounce bottle of solution and squirt 2 squirts. Now, the first brush we're gonna wanna use is our Soft Bristle Brush. I use this brush to hit the entire upper so I can start breaking down all the grime and dirt on the suede and the leather. All right, guys, so we got the uppers fully soaked up all around. We're gonna let the suds sit on it for a little while so it can break down that dirt. Using the same brush, we're gonna go ahead and attack the tongues and the insides of the shoe. All right, guys, so the sock liners overall look pretty good. Anything I might have missed, the washing machine will take care of for me. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our shoe tree back inside the shoe. Bam. And move on to the next brush, which is our medium all-purpose brush. We'll use this brush to finish cleaning up the uppers, specifically on the leather. All right, guys, so we get the uppers fully soaked up. They're good to go. Let's go ahead and move on to our next brush, which is our brass bristle. We'll use this brush for these dirty pods. All right, guys, so these pods are good to go. We got the grime completely off. We still have a lot of yellowing, but we'll take care of that later. Using my indoor setup, we'll wipe that yellowing completely off. So now, let's go ahead and move on to the last brush, which is our stiff bristle. We'll use this for these soles. All right, guys, all done with the soles. This pre-treatment on this shoe is complete. We're gonna go ahead and put this shoe in the washing machine. Before we put it inside our Sneaker Laundry bag, we have to get our laces and put it inside our leftover solution in water and give it a quick scrub. We're gonna need this. Let's go. Okay, let's go ahead and put this 13 inside our washing machine. And of course, we're not gonna forget our Reshoevn8r Sneaker Laundry Detergent. Squeeze 1 full ounce and pour it over the shoe. Bam. Let's close it up. So, when using the washing machine, you always wanna have cold water with the normal cycle. All right, guys, we got the shoe fully cleaned up. Let's go ahead and check it out. As you can see, the red suede cleaned up really nicely. Nowhere on the suede is there any stains. There's a couple of rough areas, but that's okay. We'll use the Brass Bristle Brush to reset the nap. It's a little faded as well, but same thing, I'm not worried about it at all. We'll use the mink oil to bring back the color. The sole's cleaned up nicely. The uppers are good to go. Under all that grime, there was a lot of scratches on this area specifically. Same thing over here. We're gonna have to repaint it. Creasing's out, the sock liners are back to white. That's the one thing that had me worried, was the red suede bleeding onto the white. Luckily, that did not happen. That is all thanks to our 3-brush advanced Sneaker Laundry system. So moving on with this restoration, we gotta remove the yellowing off these soles using Salon Care 40 and my indoor setup. Okay, we got the pods back to white, super easy using my indoor setup. Now let's keep on moving forward. We gotta work on the leather on this shoe. As you can see, there's some really deep scratches on this area specifically, and over here. We gotta use some 1200 grit sandpaper to smooth those areas out before we can paint it. All right guys, we got the leather fully sanded down. This area specifically, there's some really deep cuts. I did my best. I'm pretty sure some of the cracking will still show, but overall it'll look a lot better than what it did. Now we gotta complete the prep by removing the finish off the white leather using some acetone and cotton balls. We got the leather fully prepped. Before we can lay down the paint, we gotta do some taping. All right guys, all taped up. Let's lay down the paint. We'll be using Jacquard Airbrush White to do so. All right guys, we got the white laid down. As you can see, the leather came out really good. It's actually back to white. This area right here is actually pretty smooth. I thought it was gonna be a lot rougher, but this paint job, good to go. Now we gotta protect it using some Krylon matte finish. All right guys, we're almost there with this restoration. The next thing we gotta do is remove the little creasing off the midsoles using a heat gun. For this step, you're gonna wanna be very careful to avoid separation. All right guys, we got the majority of the creasing out of the midsoles. They look good. Now on to the last part of this restoration, which is the suede. The first thing we gotta do using a brass bristle brush is brush it in one direction to bring back the original texture. All right guys, before we lace up the shoe, we want to bring back the color on the suede. So what we're going to do is spray some Almighty Vick oil, brush it in with the Soft Bristle Brush, and that's going to give the color a more rich, vibrant red. Okay guys, that's gonna wrap it up on this full restoration on these 2014 Gray Toe 13s. There is definitely a before and after on these shoes. A lot of work went into this one right here. The first thing I did was use our 3-brush Advanced Sneaker Laundry System with the help of our Brass Bristle Brush and detergent. We used all 4 brushes during the pre-treatment process and completed the deep clean process by putting them inside our laundry bag with our detergent inside the washing machine. Once we completed that part of the restoration, we moved on to putting the shoe inside my indoor setup to completely remove the yellowing off the pods. They're back to white, it looked good. Then we also removed the little creasing that was all around the midsole using a heat gun, super easy. The toughest part was the leather. The leather had a lot of scratches all around. We had to do a lot of prep work before we painted it, but as you can see, back to white. And lastly, we brought the suede back to life using our mink oil and brass bristle brush. You can find all our products you see right here at Reshoevn8r.com. Use my promo code in the description below, guys. This is Vick Almighty. I'll see you guys next time.